Am I on time? Cool. You don't gotta thank me for anything. No, you don't have to thank me for anything at all. I would have come down here to pick you up. That's the least I can do. No, listen. You don't need to thank me for stuff like this, okay? Seriously. I mean, you're kind of on the way back from work anyway, so picking you up from therapy's not that big of a deal. Do you want to talk about it? You don't know. Alright, that's fine. We don't have to talk about it. No, of course not. We don't have to talk about anything you're uncomfortable with talking about. Hell, we could just go through the rest of this time here in complete silence if you want. That's fine with me. I just know that sometimes going back to your place from these things, they tend to weigh on you pretty heavily. I just want to be sensitive to that and let you know that if you need to, you can talk to me. Yeah. I mean, it's true, shit happens. What's up? Do I think people deserve what happens to them in life? Well, I think there's a lot of layers to that question. I think that some people deserve some things that happen to them in life. That thing called karma. I believe that life in general, so life for everybody, has some sort of generational connection. And it affects everybody, whether it's positive or negative. And I also think that good things happen to bad people. And bad things happen to good people. But I also believe in evil. And I think that there are some people who experience evil who do not deserve to experience it at all. And it's a very long and complicated answer, but I mean, that's my answer for you. Is I think it's an answer with a lot of layers, but if we're talking about you specifically, then no, of course not. I don't think you deserved what happened to you at all. Yeah, so what? No, I mean that. So what? So you had a bunch of piss poor examples and people saying things to you in your life. You've made it out on the other side. You're a hell of a human being. You're a hell of a man. And nobody deserves any kind of the abuse that you got aimed towards you in your life. It goes back to what I was kind of saying about layers, you know? Because I believe that there are people... who are just under the influence... I mean, you can call it so many things. It's got so many names, but I think there is something there's a facet of evil that's at the heart of it. And nobody deserves that. People deserve happiness. Yes, even you. Don't you believe that you deserve happiness? Well, I don't believe that for one bit. I don't. And there's not a whole lot you can say that's going to convince me otherwise. Dude, because it wasn't... What you were getting wasn't love. You've not... It's not that you're a worthless human being. It's you haven't had great examples of love in your life. From the foundation that should help you lead the rest of your life. You know, there's... Love is many things. And evil is many things. If we chose to love a bit more and hate a bit less, if we chose to change things in our lives that are bothering us and affecting us, I think we would be very different in these situations. I don't think I would have gone through some of the things that I've gone through. Maybe you wouldn't have either. No, I don't believe that for 1 second. You didn't deserve a single thing that happened to you. Things happened to you that were beyond your control. You were put unfairly in a situation that you had to respond to, that you did not have the understanding or the maturity to respond to. Or maybe even a way to get out. But that doesn't mean you not knowing doesn't mean that you deserve to be punished for it. People learn every day. People learn new things. We're put in situations, we're put in things in our lives where we don't know. And so part of life is learning. If you went through abuse because you didn't know something, it's terrible and it's awful and it's horrible, and I'm doing a pretty bang-up job of trying to relay what I'm really thinking about all this. Alright, what do I really think about this? Here's what I really think about this. I think you are an exceptional man. I do. Right now, the person sitting next to me, looking at me, is an exceptional man. Because you're choosing to do something about it. I'm picking you up from therapy, man. Don't you realize how many people would rather sit in the uncertainty? How many people are so scared to get out and talk about what's in their mind? How many people are scared of psychology and the way things work? But you aren't. You went out and decided to do something about it. You decided to help yourself. You are courageous and bold and strong in a way that many of your other male counterparts are not. When I look at you, I see somebody that I admire. I think constantly. I mean, it's not like I've picked you up a whole hell of a lot, but when I do, I think a lot about how I wish I could follow in your footsteps and go to therapy for myself, because I've got a lot of shit up here that needs to be tweaked, if you know what I'm saying. Why don't I go find somebody to talk to? Because I'm scared too. I'm scared for probably the same reasons that you were when you first started out. There's manipulation and all these seeds that have been planted in my mind that tell me that somehow, in a weird roundabout way, it's my fault. But I know it's not. It's not my fault. And if it's something that I've accepted blame for, it's something I don't have to accept blame for, and I shouldn't. But I haven't started the steps. I haven't started the whole process to figuring that out. But you have. That makes you courageous. That makes you exceptional in my eyes. So, look, like I said, this might not be the right thing to say, or even the words that you want me to say right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm agitating you. I don't know. I didn't want you to leave this car until you knew how much I think you're an incredible person. And there's a piece of bravery in you that I greatly admire. And I think you can do it. I think you can do it. Anything you put in your mind to, man. I think that because you want to, because you really truly want to, I think you're going to see something beautiful at the end of this. And I wish I had that in me too. But that stuff, that stuff that happened, that doesn't define you. Clearly it doesn't. Because you're doing something about it already. It never defined you to begin with, but you started chipping away at that thought the moment you started thinking about getting therapy. The moment you started thinking about getting help for it was the moment you started chipping away at that. And I'm envious. I wish I had that. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's true. I guess that's true. If I'm saying that stuff to you, then I guess I have it inside of myself as well. But look, we're not talking about me, okay? We're talking about you. So, that doesn't define you. You know, if there's one thing you get out from all of this, it doesn't define you. You are special and you are unique. And you don't deserve the things that happen to you. But I know you well enough to know the person that's going to come from the other side of all of this is going to be an exceptional human being. 10 times more than the one that's sitting right next to me. So please believe in that person. I know it's going to be hard, and I know that there are moments where you're definitely going to want to give up, but please don't. I really think you can do this, and I hope you believe you can do this. You're already stronger than those circumstances. I don't even know if you realize that yet. No, I didn't get those from a TED Talk. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Something about picking you up this particular time. I just really felt like I needed to say something. And again, maybe I overstepped bounds a little bit. Maybe it's something that you didn't need to hear, but I believe in you. And I don't know if you need to hear somebody say it, but you can do it. And the asshole that did this to you can rot in hell. You're awesome. Alright? I love you, man. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking now, but you just think about what I said a little bit, okay? Alright. You wanna head out later? Yeah, no, I respect that. Alright. See you, man.